23rd. Only took one trade today. This is what the day looked like. This is what I woke up to. Filth. Today's range fits into yesterday's range. Basically, we entered the range early the 22nd out of a downtrend, and we've been in it ever since. Here's our range extreme high, and here's our range extreme low. Fairly tight range. I wasn't paying attention to anything until we crossed this line, and then I was looking for entries after we passed this line. So at open we had flash PMI news at 9:45. Anyways, today's trade, just do a quick recap because I did not screen record today. I'm gonna show you the entry and exit. I took a higher low second entry long for 3 points, $150 per contract. We saw this downtrend off of the pivot high, the extreme high of the range, and we came all the way down to the extreme low. So basically we trended out of this shortly. I was waiting for a new low, and after we created a new low, I was gonna fade this breakout to the, well, I guess it would be a breakdown. I wanted to fade the breakdown out of the range. Basically we had a, what is this, 1 bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5 test bottom right here. I'll draw it in. And directly after a new low, I counted this candle, which is a bullish hammer, as a new low. The actual new low is more over here. But either way, as soon as I saw that we created a new low and wicked up, I was like, okay, there's a lot of buyers coming in. And then we consolidated, did a little double trap action. Basically, you just had to be patient. As soon as I see a break of structure right here, I got in on this candle because it confirmed a bullish bias. Realistically, I should have got in on this higher low. I just didn't want to watch the trade go without me. The only concerning part of this trade was we were consistently failing EMA. But with ranges, you don't have to necessarily wait for EMA to find support to go long. The same way I don't have to wait for it to be rejected to go short, because a range is very aggressive. So you're not going to see the EMA being necessarily a part of an entry, because it's going to be a reversal pattern. You're looking for reversal patterns. Reversal patterns don't care about EMA. They reverse and destroy the pattern that was before it. This is a beautiful rejection of EMA, rejection of EMA, rejection of EMA. And then you see a second entry long that blows through the EMA. It acts like the EMA isn't even there. You know what I mean? So the only time I really look for the EMA in a range, I look for it all day on a trend day. But on a range, the only reason I'm using EMA is to see it flatten through bars. So if we're trading sideways, for instance, right here, we traded sideways from 825 to 42. So like 10 minutes-ish. When you see the EMA flattening through bars that are going sideways, that's when I'm thinking, okay, this is probably a reversal happening. But, I mean, you can use EMA as an indicator that this is, in fact, a range, just seeing that the EMA is flattening, right? Which it's flat through here, and it's flat through here, it's flat through here, and then basically you pick up these little micro trends out. So that's why I wasn't upset in going long below EMA, because what I'm trying to say is you don't have to worry about EMA in a range necessarily if the context overwhelms the EMA. So in this context, we created a new low, and it was a new low of day on a range day, below range day extreme low and below the pivot point of the range. And we were forming a rejection pattern and created a quintuple. I think that's five bounces off of a newly formed support. Everything is screaming reversal, long, fade back into range. So context wise, this was a good trade. Took it for as much as this leg could get. I wanted 200, which was literally right here. I would have got it, but I would have also suffered quite a bit of drawdown, assuming I needed it to go higher. So anywhere from, for me, 150 to 200 is 1.5 to 2R for me, so I'm happy with what I can get. But basically, I was expecting a new high off of this trend out after we created a new low, because the larger trend takes precedence on getting a new extreme. But I also knew we needed a new extreme out of this correction, right? So as soon as I saw the reversal taking form, I was like, I'm gonna at least have the potential to come to 4882, right, to get a new extreme high. So there's lots of room to breathe on this play with very little risk to the downside, because I put my stop obviously below the pivot low, because if we blew through this pivot, one, we haven't created a new low, so we don't know exactly where that new low is, and we could very well just dump out of this, especially because the hourly was looking pretty freaking bearish. Overall bullish, obviously, but the hourly that I took here, it was looking like a range that we were just looking at, right, with two pretty full red body candles, and I was like, if this is the final rejection of the top of the range right here, then I got in at the worst time. But I mean, that's if the thesis was wrong, which it was correct. So it was the best entrance of the day, actually. So that is the trade recap. I only took one trade, wanted to take two, but today is just kind of clunky in my opinion, so I'll take the one trade and run. Lesson of the day is be patient and fade breakouts all day. Also wait for confirmation of reversal, which would be a higher low to go long or a lower high to go short. And stick to your take profit, don't move it. Anyways, rant over. See you next time.